Good evening, folks. Making this quick message. We'll be using renting the local community hall. We'll sometime in the next month or two. We'll be putting on free courses. The subjects are the Constitution of Canada, which is the supreme law of Canada, the Charter of Rights, and the Human Rights Act, and also the difference between legal jurisdiction and a lawful jurisdiction, the difference between a traveler and a driver, the difference between English and legalese, the language that the government uses. I'm doing this because I want to educate people so that you don't keep, lying, committing fraud, violating your children and other people's children and grandchildren to come, etc. Not because you are bad or evil or horrible or any of those things. You are wonderful people. Most all us humans on the planet are amazing, but we do things sometimes not knowing any better. And I was one of those for many years. About 7 years ago, I lost my son, and they told me it was because I smoked marijuana, and I knew there was something wrong with that. I had done no harm to anyone, and I was never violent or abusive, aggressive, not even assertive, really, to anyone in my family. I've always been kind, positive, like happy-going, lucky kind of guy. But anyway, let's move on. This is not about me. This is about my 10-year-old son. When I learned, because I was robbing him of his rights when I learned human rights, it really took a dagger in my heart, and I couldn't be that kind of father. When I didn't know any better, well, that's different. But now that I know my rights, and I know what the Constitution is, and the Charter of Rights, and the human rights, there's no way that I can't not do something to make sure to protect his rights, and all children's rights, and all seniors' rights, and all people's rights. Our ignorance is arming millions and millions of poor people. We force them to do things that they don't have to do, and we ruin people's lives, and we do it out of ignorance, and it's unlawful, and it's improper. There's a section in the Charter of Rights in the Canadian Constitution that states that no government employee, no government contractor, no government servant has any authority to enact a act, a stat, a rule, a code, whatever you want to call it, anything that comes from legal land on any of the people without the people's consent. The government were only ever given the power to make rules on themselves, not on us. We created the enterprise called government. We fund the enterprise called government. Also, what sticks out here is what I'm going to say, and I'll stop after. It's Section 1984. And he talks about the power of the people and how that if anyone in the government uses color of law, which is not law, it frustrates me how people, words spelled different mean the same in the same language, and it screws me right up sometimes. But anyway, no government employee, servant, person has the authority from anyone to turn your God-given right into a privilege. When they do that, they lose all their immunity. They step outside of being a policeman working for a government, and they become local businessmen, local people. And the Charter gives us the power to sue them for that. It's a non-violent remedy, and I support it 100% because I'm not a fan of violence. I'm an anarchist, so I think violence is only needed in self-defense. But there's all types of violence. People being robbed of their money and their rights is a type of violence. Being threatened with fear if you don't obey when you don't have to is a type of violence. I just want to do something. I mean, like, the world sucks, and most of the people suck. No disrespect, but it's true. And some of us people now, we gotta start coming out and start trying to make something better, so that all of us are in a world that we're happy with, and our children can say that the world is beautiful. And I'm just one guy, just trying to do my thing. And I've got 7 years studying this stuff, 2 years practicing with a lawyer, and also have some other lawyer friends besides that too that I debated with. And I would like to teach for free what I know, so people can save money when it comes to traffic tickets, driver's licenses, insurance, all these things that are not needed if you're not acting in commerce when you're traveling on the people's road. And I hope you come out and join me. And like I said, we'll be here in Port Albert. I will be renting the local community center here. It is free for anyone. I haven't set up a date yet because I want to see how many people I can get interested that will come. Then I will set the date up, of course. You can contact me at toddpowell2020@outlook.com. You can also reach me by phone, 709-704-6981. My Facebook is, I don't, doesn't really matter, I guess, because I got it forgotten that quick. Get away that did. Oh, here we are. Maybe not. Maybe not. I always have too much stuff lying around. I'm never prepared. I hope you know that. I'm not one of those guys that is organized when it comes to this kind of stuff yet. And but anyway, yeah, you can also reach me on Facebook, of course, or on YouTube, Instagram. I just wanted to share something with you before I go. We can make this a better country, and we can make better communities and better cities and towns and provinces by becoming better people and becoming more educated on the things that we need to know, and less educated on the things we don't need to know. And we can all learn how to live again instead of just exist, waiting to die. Doing something that somebody else did 1,000 years ago. My belief is that we are all stars, and we are all supposed to write our own book, our own show, our own movie. We all, and most of all, we're all supposed to be free. And I'm going to try to do something to make sure that happens. And who knows, with your help, it might just work. It worked for Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, who I had the honor to meet. So come out, join me. Please subscribe to my channels, share, and come learn some magic with me. And we'll make a change for better for everyone. And we'll do it properly. Namaste.